Louisiana versus all y'all. Jarrett Roser here with junior wide receiver Derrick Bennett Jr., who just caught a game-winning touchdown as time expired for the St. Augustine Purple Knights on Friday night to lift them through the semifinals and on to the first state championship appearance since 1979, where those guys will face Edna Carr on Saturday afternoon to wrap up Louisiana's high school football season. And so awful lot to get into. Derrick, appreciate you taking some time on a Sunday afternoon. I know you got practice in about an hour, and so it's already rolling for preparation and everything. How's everything been feeling this weekend, man? Just, I mean, enjoying the fact that Friday happened, but knowing, okay, it's time to start getting ready for next Saturday.
Yeah, everything feels great. We just gotta lock in, start preparing now, just get ready for the big game. Everything is not finished yet.
No doubt. You had a big game in the semifinals there. I saw a tweet that had you at 8 catches for 172 yards and 2 touchdowns by the end of it. You guys have such a wealth of weapons on that offense, and so it can be anybody on any given night sort of thing. What was it about this matchup against John Curtis or this night that kind of had you be the guy that it was your time to have the big game like that?
Yeah, with Rick going down, I had to step up and go to wide out. And, we got Miguel Whitley. He's drawing a lot of attention. So I had to just take advantage of my one-on-one and my opportunity to make plays on the field.
Just talk to your quarterback, Vashon Coulon. We call him Tig, obviously, but for folks that are just learning about y'all a little bit more, Vashon, you guys had to deal with some adversity in that game and weather through some ups and downs and come back again a little bit, and obviously down in the final seconds, final minutes. What are y'all talking about, I guess, going into that drive or just over the course of that second half to make sure that you were able to pull off the type of finish that y'all were able to?
Yeah, we just had to keep our head up and stay focused and not let that bring us down and just stay calm and finish the drive. Yeah.
And as you guys move down the field, you're the guy that's able to have that final catch in the end zone, look like a little whip route where you shook the DB pretty badly, and Tig deals with some pressure coming from your side of the field, but delivers it right there to you. What are you guys talking about going out to that play? What are you looking for, and how quickly did you realize, okay, I'm about to have all kinds of separation here?
Yeah, that was just Tig stepping up for his senior year and being a leader there. We was actually in the huddle. He actually called the play when he saw the one-on-one before the timeout, and he actually had changed the protection and everything at the line. That was just him stepping up being a leader, and I just had to win.
He's a guy that I've tried to put in articles at different points throughout this season that he seems kind of quietly to be one of the most effective, most prolific quarterbacks in the state this year. And he doesn't get the big headlines in a lot of ways, certainly not outside the city. And so I think people are kind of starting to realize the type of year that he's having. What has made him so special as a leader of this offense? Like I said, y'all have weapons everywhere, and he does a great job kind of playing the like conductor or whatever it may be to run the thing, keep the engine rolling. What is it about him that stands out and makes him a special quarterback and special leader for you guys?
Yeah, he's just a humble beast. He just find ways to get everybody the ball. See, we have 5 receivers that could just get hot at any moment. He dip and dab and just give everybody the ball to make plays, and he just trusts every one of his receivers. We work on that every day at practice.
When you make that last catch in the end zone and you realize that y'all are heading to a state championship game in the Superdome, the crowd is kind of spilling out on the field. I was joking with Tig. It looks like somebody's pushing Ray out there on a wheelchair to come celebrate across the end zone and everything. And you guys know the magnitude of just getting St. Aug back for the first time since 1979 and now trying to go win it. And the thrilling fashion is crazy. Describe to me what you're feeling and thinking in that moment and just the scene that's unfolding around you.
Yeah, it was definitely unreal, and it was a great feeling actually. Everybody just rushed in the field after, and you just made the game winning play to make history. Yeah, it was a great feeling, but the job not finished. That's all for nothing if we don't win this Saturday. So We just got to keep working.
I was exactly about to ask that essentially. How do you enjoy the, I guess it's a 24-hour rule type dynamic, but how do you enjoy the fact of, okay, this was an awesome game. We'll remember this for the rest of our lives, but business at hand. We got to turn this page here and get ready for a really good car team. What has that balance been like over the past 24 to 36 hours?
Yeah, like you said, we got practice. So everything starts
Yeah.
today, and we just got to lock in and focus. That was last game, and we on to the next game now. So we just got to stay locked in, focus, and get ready for a good car team.
Coach Valdez not letting y'all fly too high for too long, knowing what's on deck, huh?
Yeah, he know though. He's been a great coach. Only 2 years, you know, putting us through. We just all had to buy in. We had to face adversity last year. Finally got what we needed. We just here now.
He's had a lot of success in the past and obviously led teams to state championships in some of his previous stops. Him and this staff, the guys that have come in and taken leadership of this program for y'all from a coaching standpoint. What has stood out about him and that group, or what do you feel like makes them so effective, just overall, and certainly now in this stop with y'all to be taking y'all to new heights?
Yeah, our coach told us this is what they came here for. Though. The 2 years that they spent at Grambling prepared them for this, and this is why they took the job to lead this team to the state championship. And they have done an outstanding job getting us there and helping that whole group of kids buy into what they're teaching us and lead us to where we are now.
What is, I guess, in particular, Coach Valdez, what is his biggest message for this week, and just how to approach it, what needs to happen, how to make sure that y'all are ready to be at y'all's best at 3:30 on Saturday afternoon?
Yeah, we actually got to work the week this week already, and that way the week is finished this week, and that's what we got to do to reach our goal in that state championship.
You guys will see Edna Carr again. That's a game that I was talking to Tig about, was a 42-21 game over in Algiers that I think folks will look at it and say, oh, man, it was a 3-score game, but folks that were there kind of know there were some pivotal moments in that game where it kind of could have looked a lot differently if just a handful of plays go differently. What do y'all take from that game in terms of lessons, or areas that okay, we can clean that up, or we can be better in these areas and change the outcome this time around?
Yeah, we actually still we think we still never played our best game yet. And that game right there, that definitely was never our best game. We made a lot of mistakes that we have learned from. That was week 4. We're week 5, and we're in week 15 now. And we're in the state championship, and we definitely think we have the ability to win it all. And that was in the past. We here now.
What do you look at as things that, obviously, I mean, Carr's having a great season as well, that, they're undefeated right now. They're y'all's only loss. What is it about that Carr team that has made them so challenging for, whether it be y'all earlier this season or just has made them be really good this season? And what are some areas that you think are going to be important for y'all matchup wise to, take care of some things and just to, yeah, again, change the outcome a little bit? What are kind of some X factors or key matchup
Yeah,
points or anything?
yeah, they're definitely a great team, winning program and things like that. But we just gotta take advantage of all opportunities, and we just gotta win. Basically, we just gotta your guy on my guy. We just gotta win and be the better guy.
And I think we all know that place in the Superdome is going to be absolutely packed on Saturday afternoon and electric. What are you expecting when you guys run out of that tunnel on Saturday afternoon? Just kind of what that atmosphere is going to look like. How much are you looking forward to seeing? I'm assuming we're going to see St. Aug alum from, I mean, decades past coming back to town and coming out for that one. What do you think that atmosphere and that energy is going to look like?
Yeah, it's gonna be unreal. I expect to see a lot of purple and gold. It's just gonna be an unreal feeling, and a great feeling. And we just got to make those people proud. And we just not only playing for ourselves, we playing for the whole city, the history of St. Augustine.
No doubt. Again, he's Derrick Bennett Jr., a St. Aug junior wide receiver who had that game-winning catch and a big game overall in the semifinal, a part of that fantastic Purple Knights wide receiving core and a team that has only dropped one game so far this season and now has an opportunity at some history, some revenge, and a whole lot of things in which should be an absolutely electric way to close Louisiana's high school football season on Saturday afternoon. For Louisiana versus All, I'm Jet Roser, and thank you all for tuning in.